Well. I'll tell you what, guys. This is a perfect time to do Mistakes I've Made Reselling Volume 3, or Trace for you Spanish-speaking folks out there. I woke up to an interesting sale like I've been bragging about. I've been selling quite a bit statically on Whatnot. Seems like I get sales, at least a few a week. That's a lot for me on, a platform I didn't expect that from. And it's normally larger items, stuff 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks. I know doesn't seem super large, but I'm just saying it's never the little bitty things. But anyways, I woke up this morning, sold. First of all, I cross list on Vendu, and that's about to end. It doesn't delist for you, for one, so I've sold things. It allows multiples. And I had a Tom Brady rookie card on auction on eBay. Of course, when I cross list, I just import everything and cross list everything. And then the things that have issues, I just X out of that and continue on. Well, the Tom Brady rookie card sold for $32 on Whatnot. I don't know how. So I just canceled the sale, contacted support. Who knows what they'll do? They may cancel me or ban me. It wouldn't be the first time, probably not the last. At least it wasn't a third party doing this one, though. I see you. But total BS. Like with AI technology, speaking of AI, ChatGPT, all the controversial issues with it, how in the world, dear Vendu, do you not have fail-proof stop gaps, whatever you want to call it, to protect against things like this? Like if it's on auction, you shouldn't be able to sell it for the asking price, the starting price, day one. So I canceled it. So we'll see what happens. I may have to make a video about how I am banned on Whatnot now. But I'm going to have to go through and check everything today. Remove all the auctions, because I did start probably 10 things on auction yesterday. I like to do that from time to time to assure sales 3, 5, and 7 days out that may not otherwise happen, things that have been sitting around or things that I just want to get moving. But yeah, that happened. That's in real time, live, not Memorex. So that being said, be very, very careful when you cross list. I don't know if there's any other cross listers that are better than that. If there are, leave them down in the comments, please. I would love to know. If it's just a matter of you've got to manage all that sort of stuff, why would I even cross list? I'll just spend the time and list them on the platforms I want and be done with it. I know that seems foolish, but that's where I'm at. And I hate to do that to somebody. Whoever bought it was not their fault. They're probably pissed. I'll probably have a message when I'm done with this video already. But I hate it for them. But I'm not selling a Tom Brady rookie that came straight out of the pack, straight into a holder. And it may be a 9 or a 10. And that thing's worth, anywhere from $500 to $1,000. And it'll sell raw for $100. Hopefully more. But I can't sell it for $32, and I'm not going to. I don't care what it's that. Nope, not that one. So anyways, be very careful with that. Another mistake I've made. The other thing is shipping. I sold a 13-inch TV VCR combo, the big square ones, on Whatnot. It's cross-listed from eBay, and I sold it. Well, the shipping, I have it correct on eBay, but when I go into Whatnot, when I go to print the label off, it says 12 by 12 by 12. Well, my box, an 18 by 18 by 18 would have been the perfect box, but I bought a 20 by 20 by 20. I filled the sides to give more padding, and then I folded the top down, so it's probably 20 by 20 by 18. So that's going to be way more than a 12 by 12 by 12. and I'm going to go back. I didn't ship it yesterday. It's due this morning. I have it in the back of the truck. I'm going to somehow try to get it to UPS, see what happens with this label. So I don't like that. That's a very, very problematic. So I'm going to have to learn this system, because that could be big time issues. I do not want to get banned off Whatnot. I had a live show last night, and went good. Clothing started slow, but I started at an odd time. Everybody that knows me, that follows me, I'm a late night guy, 8:30, 9 o'clock or later. Or I do it, noon or something. But I started at 6:30. I canceled that and started at 7:30, so that may have been part of the problem. But it took a while for people to show up, but when they did, it started selling. But I'd been on there 2 hours, and I shut that down. But I don't want to be banned on Whatnot, so I got to figure this out. I would think the cross-listing programs would have enough, excuse me, the AI would work, but apparently not. But I can't imagine having more. I just dropped below 1,000 items in my store, and I can't imagine having 2,000 or 3,000 items and having to try to manage all that. What would be the use of cross-lister? I mean, it's just going to cause more problems. So you can manually cross-list to them the ones you wanted. So I don't know what the answer is. If you know, again, leave it down in the comments. I'm not that smart. But anyways, watch out for that, and that's what I'm dealing with today. The live selling on Whatnot's going fine. Again, besides these issues, the clunkiness of being able to list real time by yourself, not having help, and the the sharing of it, your shows, is just a little more difficult. But I do like the fact that the static sales are going well. I like the idea that there's way more people, but there are drawbacks. I probably shouldn't put this out there, because somebody will definitely hear this and try to put a stop to it. But at this point, I don't care. I'm an open book. People are going to do what they're going to do. But I'm just going to say it, because if it happens, they would try to stop it anyways. And I have low expectations, almost zero, but you never know. I'm talking about district. My store is still up there where people can view it. That is my name, my image, and my likeness. You can't do anything with it, but you can see it. Like, the store's up there. I got on there the other day. All my messages are still in the message. I can't get into anybody's show. I can't watch. So I sent them an email, district support, and asked them if this was a permanent suspension or was it a banning. I didn't get any information in the beginning, so I don't even know why I am in the first place, which is illegal. And two, that if I am banned, that they need to remove my name, image, and likeness, because that causes embarrassment and questions from people. Yeah, I'm serious. So for the people that, kind of sneakily watch this stuff and you're the reason I'm not allowed on there, go ahead and do what you do. But I am asking them if this is a suspension. If it is, and when is it due? And I would like to access my store and sell. And I have a lot of people that want me to do that as well. So that is what it is. Again, I don't have high hopes, because I'm pretty sure I know the people who put that stuff in the works. They don't want me on there. I don't know if they feel threatened or whatever you want to call it. But I am in the works with that. I hope to have an email. I may have one now. I haven't checked my emails yet. But it would be wonderful if it was just a suspension for whatever reason. Still don't know the reason why. But if it was, it would be nice to access my store and be able to sell there, because it's easier for me. But if not, I will continue with Whatnot or whatever. But I wanted to let y'all know there's this much glimmer of hope. If there's not, I actually don't. I don't even really see a spark, because bullied into suspending me, banning me, whatever. and I'll just leave it at that. We're not going back into that garbage. But anyways, if they're smart and they're wise and they're just, hey, it is what it is, I will be on my store and I would just ignore everybody else and do my thing. But like I said, I don't have a whole lot of hope, and especially putting this out now, I'm sure there'll be a phone call or two made against me, not for me. But it is what it is. I leave a comment below if you would sign a petition too, because I'm considering a couple things. I don't want to get crazy here, but my name, image, and likeness is up there, and you don't get to use that if I don't get to use it. So it is what it is. Hopefully cooler heads prevail, and whatever the crazy beef was will just end, and I get to be on whatever platform I am, because I have not done anything that would be a cause of any sort of banning. Again, I did get suspended for selling inhalant refills, for asthma. I got a bunch from my neighbor who passed away, and they were, not expired or anything. I thought someone could use them, but okay, they have rules. You can't sell prescription, and they put a 30-day suspension on me, I guess. But that has nothing to do with this. This is actually, and I still don't know. No reasons were given. So I hope they're wise and do the right thing. But again, I don't have a lot of hope whatsoever. But anyways, that being said, that is the news for the day. Since I woke up to that strange sale with the Tom Brady rookie, I thought I would go to my old stomping grounds here in Silver Point, to the Rose Garden restaurant. If you haven't been there, you need to go. If you know, you know. And I'm getting me 2 biscuits. Yes, 1 tenderloin, 1 sausage and egg biscuit. If you've not got a biscuit from the Rose Garden, or not came here to get fresh homemade pies, I don't know what you're doing. They also have catfish, which is really good. And, of course, everything a meat and 3 has, but that is what I'm doing because I deserve it. But beautiful day today. My Detroit Tigers made the playoffs. We weren't expecting that. They had a great season. We're up 15.5 games, blew that lead, lost the AL Central. For you non-sports fans, this is about sports. But they made the wild card. So they're going to play Cleveland tonight. I'm fired up about that. As you can see, Detroit, what up, though? And Michigan, of course, plays Wisconsin this weekend. So we got that coming up. The Franklin Yard Sales in Nashville, Tennessee. Every year, my wife and kids go. Long before I was a reseller, they would go every year, and they buy stuff. But I go now to, obviously, Source. It's a tons of neighborhoods with, multiple yard sales. So there's a lot that can be sourced there. So look forward to some footage there. I didn't get any this weekend. I ran into a good sale Saturday on accident. I went to the Dollar General to pick up some stuff. Saw a sign, went down there, bought probably a dozen video games for $1 a piece. There was one in there that's worth between $24 and $64. I'm trying to think of the name. I sold it last night for like 12 live, 10 or 12. I hope I got that much. But I did a show after my clothing show and did some video games, a short one, did 45 minutes. Shout out to everybody that came in there. Mama Bear's Street Dreams, MBS Bargains, who else popped in there? Oh, this is going to bother me. I'm missing somebody. I didn't get to see Todd in there. People were busy. I did notice, shout out Hard Rock Resales, who's over on District, sells on First Class Treasures. Of course, I'm not allowed to go there, not allowed to visit, not allowed to say hi. But I'm not going to say it. But shout out Hard Rock Resales. I noticed, because I can get on the District site and I was looking for my emails or any messages, and I saw that he was going live. So people may have been over there. We partnered up when I was allowed on District, and he sells awesome stuff. So people may have been in there, and I don't blame them. But anyways, it was most of the time I get people stopping in, and not as many last night. But I love the variety show. I love doing those because I can just grab anything. But I'm back in the clothing game. I go like this. I'm a roller coaster of emotion. And I did good last week in clothing on Whatnot. So I'm going to continue that. Going to try to do one today during the day here shortly. It is Tuesday. So look forward to that. More Whatnot shows. I'll give you the news on the District stuff. Like I said, I don't have much hope the way it went down that anybody's doing anything, kosher, the right thing right now. I hope if they do, I'll give them credit where credit is due. But like I said, there was bigger things at play than them just banning me. I think there was. I'm not saying it, not going there. But anyhow, everything's going good. I'm excited. Like I said, the Tigers, the Wolverines, sports going on. It's fall, favorite time of the year. Hunting season's upon us. I did have a shot at a doe the other day. I didn't take it. If I had one closer, I'd take it. I'll definitely take down a doe for some back straps. That's what it's all about. Sorry for you anti-hunters, but I eat what I kill, and I'll be glad to share, but just not the back straps. I may give you one bite or two. But if you're out there, let me know in the comments how your sales are going, your biggest wins, your biggest losses this week. Let me know. I made this video on the way to the Rose Garden. We're 16 minutes in. I was going to do at least 20 minutes, but all I can think about is that wonderful tenderloin. So I hope you have a great day. I hope everything's going well for you. Be on the lookout for more news. I'm going to try to do some filming of some picking. I know people like those videos. You get tired of the reseller confessional booth in this F-150. This truck needs some work, folks. I'm leaking oil and antifreeze. I need bushings and tires, and wow. So it is what it is. So be on the lookout for content. I love you, mean it. Stay positive, stay picking, stay rad, and no matter what happens with any platform, you're not going to keep the smile off my face. Love on people, be good to people. I'm out.